In this video, I want to give my own thoughts and hopefully bring some clarity to the situation that's going around in the beatbox community, because I feel like, just like ourselves, there's a lot of people in the community that are confused, that have mixed feelings, that really don't know who to trust, who to support. And I just want to use this video. My goal for this video is just to be neutral, respect all the different point of views, and just show like the pros and cons of a lot of these arguments, these messages, and just the different views that everybody has, and kind of just give some clarity and maybe even some advice as to how some of this could have been avoided, or how it could have just been handled differently. Once again, I'm not trying to further any drama. I just want to kind of clarify on this whole situation. In case you don't know me or the man next to me, my name is Andy. This is Leo. A little backstory. I like to say this. He likes to say this too. We're not beatboxers. We love to react to beatboxing. Our community, a good percent of our community is from the beatbox community. So we feel like we have a voice ourselves. Thank you all so much for all the love and support that you guys show us in every video. And this video is our way of trying to represent our own community, those who follow us, those that hopefully see things the way we do as well. Another thing is, me and Leo both have some experience, some knowledge when it comes to the criminal justice, criminal administration. Myself, I've went through the whole police academy process. I completed it all. I could be a police officer right now, this very moment, but I decided to become a YouTuber. Kind of crazy, I know. So I want to kind of speak. Like I said, I'm not a professional at beatboxing. I'm not a judge. I'm not a lawyer. But I just want to speak from experience and just from a different point of view ourselves, a different angle of just seeing how everything is developing. And we just want to give our own voice, our own opinions and thoughts, and just put it out there in hopes that we could somehow better this community, or just kind of move on and just do better. I'm pretty sure I just said the same thing, but you guys get what I mean. So I'm probably going to break this down into different parts. This is probably not going to be like the normal one takes that we do on all our videos. I want to make sure that I get all the information that I want to give out as clear and as easy to understand as I can. So I'll probably just break this down into certain parts. I'm going to be mentioning a lot of names. So hey, listen, all you beautiful people that I'm probably going to mention, I have the utmost respect for each of you. Please don't sue us. We're not trying to cause any more drama. We're just trying to just speak upon and just give advice as the old Andy and the old Leo that we are. For you younger people. I'm just going to start off right from the beginning. We're starting off right from the beginning. I'm going to go ahead and speak about Tomas. Obviously, everybody's main focus, the whole reason behind all this, basically leads kind of to his situation. I made sure I did my best to watch everybody's messages, everybody's argument, everybody's videos, so I can kind of get a better understanding of everything that's going on. I'm going to do my best to kind of zoom through all this, because I really don't want to make an hour-long video and have to have Leo edit this thing entirely, which would suck. I'm sorry ahead of time if it does become a long video. Number one, the very first thing that I need people to understand, because I feel like there's a lot of he said, she said going around the community, and everybody's confused, don't know what's the truth, what's not, what is certain words and certain information that's going around that I feel like some people probably really don't understand the meaning behind it or what that stuff even means. First off, we are all understanding now, or at least getting this kind of information, where Thomas is currently having a court case with an ex-girlfriend. I'm pretty sure this has been clear by everyone. And I feel like people need to understand that depending the type of court case, depending the date of the trials, he is very much allowed to travel. There is no issue with him traveling. The fact that the case has to deal with defamation, he can travel. He's allowed to travel. Now, this is a different situation, a different example where certain people are not allowed to travel or leave the country or the states. I'm mostly speaking, obviously, we live in America, so I'm going to speak off of like American laws, and I'm sure there's a lot of other countries that have similar laws. If it's murder, if it's embezzlement, and I'm not gonna say the word, I'm just gonna say it like you young people say it, the R word. When it comes down to those kind of cases, yes, people are not allowed to fly because they become flight risk. They take it as they are trying to escape or leave the jurisdiction for that county or that state or country or whatever it is when they have a pending case. Now, once again, they can still leave. Not the murder, not the R word or the embezzlement. But if it's any type of minor reason that they're in court, they're allowed to leave. They are allowed to leave. And all they really have to do is when the court case assigns a date they're supposed to attend for those dates. That's the only thing. They can't miss those dates. They have to be there for those dates. So I believe Thomas was saying that he wasn't sure of the whole situation with the court. Wasn't sure about the court dates, what was happening because someone was missing the date or someone didn't show up or whatever it might be. I can kind of understand why he might have been confused or didn't make it clear to Swiss Beatbox that it was happening. Even if it was happening, once again, he's allowed to travel. It's okay for him to travel. Moving on. Allegations. I don't know if a lot of people understand what allegations are. Allegations is a statement made by someone with little to no proof. Anybody can make an allegation out of anybody. Whether you have little to no proof, is it true? Is it false? This is where the court comes in. This is where you take it to court. And if you have any further proof, you prove it in court as evidence. So the fact that at the end of the day, it's just an allegation that someone said he might have done something. If it's not taken to court, and listen, I understand that everybody's saying, yo, there's like 7, 8 of them, 9, whatever it might be, however many. From what I'm understanding, I don't know if it's his ex-girlfriend or somebody else that made those Instagram accounts that showed those text messages. But the fact that you're not really showing his name, you're not really showing his information, it makes it seem like if anybody can just make this stuff up. I'm not saying that that's what it is. Once again, these are allegations. Are they true? We don't know. Are they false? We don't know until it goes to court, until it gets handled in court. We don't know these things. So we can't take these text messages or messages, all this information, and just to say, yeah, bro, instantly, he's guilty. We literally have to get all the information, all the evidence. You got to take it to court. You got to settle it in court. And whatever the judge decides, that's what it is. So I'm going to be completely honest with you all. And yes, just like a lot of you are throwing it out there, I don't know if y'all understand the whole innocent until proven guilty. But yes, he is indeed innocent until proven guilty. Until all this information is settled in court, he can travel, he can live his life, do what he does. Let the lawyers handle the situation. Now there's something, and this is for you, Tomas. There's something in your video that you said that I feel like it's kind of off topic. Maybe it's something deeper behind the scenes. You mentioned something about Americans, racism, white privilege, something about Latinos. And from someone who lives in America, for someone who is Latino, I would rather hear you explain it in the DMs or whatever it is. I'd rather try to understand what it is that you were trying to make in those statements. I think you posted it online on Instagram or something. Something about Americans and white privilege and racism. And I really don't know how that entirely relates to all this situation. I feel like maybe that's a whole different situation. I don't know if you put that out there to kind of call out American beatboxers like Vocoder or Decoy or whatever it might be. I just don't understand why that's being put out there. As someone, once again, who's Latino, American, who's dealt with racism and discrimination, I just want a better understanding of why you brought that up in your video. Like I said, it's not to cause drama. I just want a better understanding. Maybe we could kind of talk about that. Swiss beatbox. Now, from what, like I said, what Tomas was saying about the whole court situation, didn't know when the date was or what the situation might be. Like I said, he's allowed to travel. He is allowed to travel, so he decided to travel to Poland. Swiss beatbox. And I might like go all over the place in this part and further on to other parts of my thoughts. But just going back to Swiss beatbox for a sec. If they knew, which from what I'm understanding, as a neutral person in this situation, from what I'm understanding, they didn't know what was happening, what the situation was, which is understandable. I'm not really sure who would ever ask anybody if they're in a court case or anything like that. So I can see why the event happened and they allowed him to be there, because it wasn't a for sure thing. It wasn't settled, the court date and all that situation. They probably didn't know the full information, and maybe they did. Who knows? We don't know. My thing is, and this is where I'm kind of like gonna bring in other people into this, just to kind of like break things down to try to understand it, because I really want to understand all this. The fact that, let's say like us two, we've never been to a GBB, so we don't know what happens at GBB. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes. And this is something I also forgot to say at the beginning of the video. We don't support, we don't associate ourselves with, going back to it, racism, anybody who's racist, any sexual assault or any type of violence, whether it's a domestic violence or whatever it might be. We don't associate ourselves with anyone who has any issues with sexuality, beliefs. We don't associate ourselves with anybody who has to discriminate on people. or make fun of people for what they believe in, uh, their body shape, or whatever it is. So going back once again to Swiss Beatbox and the GBB and just the behind the scenes, and not just the behind the scenes, because from what we understand, it happens on the live streams too. Because let's be honest, whether it's YouTube, whether it's Twitch, whether it's wherever it is, there's always going to be some trolls. There's always going to be some people who say some really bad things, some mean things that are offensive. And those are the type of people that, once again, like I said in the first video, the Dear Beatbox community, these people need to be blacklisted or removed from these events. Now it's crazy to me that it took a different group of people like Hershey, Bass Ventura, and people like Vokoda, Decoy, Vino, Kaji, and anybody else who decided to not only remove themselves from the situation, but also for people like Hershey, Bass Ventura, to have to go to Swiss Beatbox to confront them about what's happening behind the scenes. As an organization, as a group that's supposed to be supporting and looking after the beatbox community, like it was definitely handled. Like the way we spoke about it in the last video, it was poorly handled. It sucks that it had to be that way. That it took someone else to have to bring out this information. So to give, I guess, Swiss Beatbox that push to speak out, to remove the videos, which I'm gonna say, like I said before, it was a smart idea. It was a smart idea to remove the videos, even if it's temporary. Even if it's until all these allegations are dealt with. I believe that was the appropriate thing to do. Just like in any other company, in any other business where they're supporting celebrities or athletes that get involved in any type of situation in courts, they remove themselves from the equation as to not show that they support whatever it is that they might be getting accused for or allegedly being accused for. So yes, I agree that Swiss Beatbox took the right actions in dropping all the videos. Even if it is temporary, if it turns out later on at some point that Thomas is completely innocent, 100%, I honestly believe that they have no reason to keep holding back any video from the past or any future videos, because there is nothing else that ties to any other, I don't know, drama or any other issue. Like, trying to be fair here. Going back to like Vokoda, Decoy, Vino, Kaji, it's understandable why they took themselves out of the equation, why they took themselves out of that whole entire situation. And that's what I love about having that freedom to be able to do what you believe is right. They felt like that's the right thing to do, so they did what they had to do. And there shouldn't be anybody in the community bashing on any of these people or being disrespectful or cussing them out for defending themselves. And I'll go back to Hershey because I feel like I didn't really get deep into that. As someone who's a female in the beatbox community who sees things from a different perspective than us, the boys, the male, I feel like they see things a lot deeper, that from their own perspective, how they get treated or how they get supported or what it might be. So it's understandable why she decided to confront Swiss Beatbox and do what she did and called them out and told them, hey, y'all need to get your shit together. It all makes sense. And I respect them, even if, let's say, even if the allegation is false, the fact that it took that kind of situation to bring out all this other issue where racism, body shaming, all this stuff had to really be brought out so that the rest of the community who doesn't see these kind of things, who don't see it, not because y'all don't want to see it, but because it's just not made available to all of us. It's not being really transparent. I feel like that was the right thing to do. I respect what she did, what Bass Ventura did, and like I said, Vocoder, Decoy, Vino, Kaji. I respect what they all did, and it, hey, whatever happens in the dark, whatever happens in secret, I feel like will always come out into the light, will be brought out, exposed, so that everybody can see it for what it is, or so everybody can really see what's happening in the community. And I think it's something that has to happen, sadly, so that the community can get better. So once again, quickly, just off of that, Swiss Beatbox, they did the right thing by removing the videos. I know Tomas probably feels like it's unfair, but it's to protect themselves the same way everybody else that removed their videos are trying to protect themselves and their image and not trying to associate themselves with that kind of situation. And like I said, I'm still proud of what Hershey, Bass Ventura, and several other people did by confronting the situation that was happening in GBB. I understand that also in the GBB there was allegations that dealt with Thomas Sacre again. We understand that some people are saying it's false. I feel like all this information kind of needs to stop like being exposed. It should be taken directly to court and dealt with. If something happened, just take it to court, deal with it. Instead of spreading all these allegations or whatever it might be, I just feel like there's a way to deal with all this situation. I feel like it's not being handled properly. Now, this part, I want to get into the whole BBU, Sin, Shazam, I believe it's David Larson, and Human Beatbox. I kind of want to gather all your videos, all your messages, and kind of like point out the stuff that I do agree on and a lot of stuff that I felt like was off or just looked bad. So a lot of y'all know that we've been reacting to the BBU 22s. I definitely support it because it brings a different kind of angle on beatboxing and music videos, and I definitely enjoy these kind of events. Like, I'm really enjoying it. The fact that there's a prize reward at the end for the winners, or even the ones that made it to the top 16 and move up. I love that whole idea. I love where Shazam and Sin are coming from with sharing this with the community. It's definitely a blessing. It's awesome. And here's where things got really weird for me, for Leo, where we kind of didn't know what to do, because this video, this message is something that I've had in my head for a good couple months now, since the whole GBB experience, and then it just piled on with the BBU. It was going great until the fact that you guys decided to react to Thomas Sacre's wildcard. Now, once again, going back to with everything that was already going on, with how the situation already was it a good idea? Now, I'm just speaking from my own thoughts, my own opinion, was it a good idea? Probably not. Was it too soon? Yeah. Um, do I understand that you guys felt like it was unfair for him to be excluded? I wouldn't say, because I don't think he deserves to be canceled. Once again, these are just allegations. Now, at the end of the day, if all this gets taken to court, all these allegations of sexual assault or whatever it might be is taken to court and found out to be true, then yes, I believe anyone that does any form of violence, anybody who's being racist and called out for it and shown proof that that person is being that kind of person or is that person, or once again sexual assault or the R word or anything relating to those kind of things, yes, I do believe they should be completely canceled and removed. You guys got to really understand that each and every one of you has a platform. You've been blessed with a platform. And you have so many people that look up to each and every one of you. And to see how amazing you guys are, how talented you guys are at what you do, and just to kind of like end up in these kind of situations, once again, allegations and stuff like that, it kind of messes up the whole, I don't know, the whole vibe with the beatbox community as a whole. Because now, as you're looking at it, everybody's in like different teams. Everybody's in like a different party. And everybody's blaming one another and accusing one another of different things, which I believe all that should just stop. Once again, everybody should just go and speak to each other in person or in private, settle the issues, and try to move on from that stuff. But going back to the whole Sin and Shazam reacting to Tomas's wild card, then later on, which I'll get into the wild card, but then later on, also doing the whole like circle jam with them, it definitely did bother us. And once again, I understand that you guys feel like it's unfair, that he doesn't deserve to be outed like he's being outed. But I just feel like it's really too soon. I believe that everyone should just literally let Tomas deal with his situation in court, settle all that, all those allegations or whatever it might be. Come back, show the proof to Swiss Beatbox and to the rest of the community, and then we can all figure it out from there. But to get involved, to get right practically in the middle of the whole entire situation, especially when you introduce this new event, made it feel and made it seem, and we're just talking from our own angle, we're not accusing you guys of anything. I feel like you guys are good people. You guys are genuinely good people and just made a bad choice or a bad couple of choices. In your video of the wild card, before the wild card, you guys made your own little statement about why you guys can no longer stay quiet or out him, why you guys are allowing him into the event competition. You guys mentioned that you guys had proof that whatever the statement that the other person made, the victim or survivor, like you guys say, made was false. And then you guys kind of just left it there. And then you guys said, oh, if you guys want to know more, just talk to us, DM us, whatever it might be. I felt like a lot of the information, like, let's say like that, where you guys believed that you guys had evidence, that Tomas is even now saying that he has evidence, proof that a lot of this stuff is false. I feel like you guys shouldn't even really be bringing this out right now. until everything, once again, and I'm going to keep repeating it, until everything in court has been settled with, until everything has been proven, I don't feel like you guys should be giving out half the information or giving out certain information, but it's too early to release the rest of the information. You guys should just not give out any information at all, not to confuse the rest of the community who obviously is confused. I'm pretty sure that even now, after all of you amazing people have released your own messages and your own statements or your own arguments, I'm sure that there's still a lot of people in the community that still have mixed feelings, are completely confused, don't know what to do, don't know who to support, or whatever it is. And I'm gonna just keep on repeating it. I think everyone should just stop, let it go to court, let it settle in court. Once he finishes with the whole ex-girlfriend thing, talk it out with Swiss Beatbox. Once they talk it out, drop a statement. Then I feel like everybody should just go ahead and let them all know how they feel, like whatever it might be. But for right now, when these people are involved in certain situations and certain information is leaking, even if certain information is leaking, I still think a lot of people should just remain quiet or keep it to themselves until 100%, without a doubt, everybody knows what the results are, what the judge decides, and all that good stuff. Because all this leaking out certain information and giving out half of the information is just making this so much more confusing. Very confusing, and people don't know which side to take. Now, yeah, there's a lot of stuff, like I said, that I can relate to where David is coming from, where it seems like if, there's a new event, they're going to bring this person into the competition, is going to create this whole drama, this whole situation is going to bring more views, more eyes to the situation to see how it ends up. And like I said, I don't really believe that was the case, what you guys had in your mind when you guys decided to allow him to enter. This is, once again, if you guys didn't notice, we didn't react to the wild card. We didn't react to the winners compilation. And we honestly were not going to react to the battle that he was involved in. Like I said, Tomas, you're an amazing beatboxer. Respect you on the beatbox level, but as someone who's involved in allegations and dealing with stuff in court, I just feel like you should be more focused on that than entering into competitions or traveling into these things. Because I definitely understand that it's going to take some time, whether it's months, whether it's years, to settle the situation, and you just want to get back into making music and making beats and just having fun. I get all that, but until everything is settled, until everything is confirmed, I really honestly believe you should probably just take some time off, kind of reflect on all this stuff. Don't think you should be confronting it, because you got to remember you're going to court, you're still in court. Anything you say on these videos, anything that you happen to speak upon, can still be used against you in court. So as someone, I'm just giving you advice to just kind of just leave it alone. I get it. You're probably bothered by the fact that so many people are talking about you in such a manner, and you feel like you're not treated fairly. You're not being heard or giving your side of the story. Just like I said, bro, at the end of the day, once you settle all your situations, all the court dates and all that stuff, once you get all that dealt with, bro, come on out, say what you want to say, however you feel, whatever it is, you know. But once again, going back, I can understand where David's coming from. I can understand where even Human Beatbox is coming from. Where it's like, oh, how are you letting this man into the tournament? What if he wins? Now he's going to have money to take to court and maybe scare off the person who probably doesn't have any money or any way to defend themselves. Which, I'm going to be honest, it might not happen everywhere, but you know, like for someone who really, once again, should have been a police officer, I've realized that, there's a lot of corruption out there in the world. There's no denying it. Is the legal system 100%? Not all the time. I'm keeping it real as I can. So I can understand where certain people might be scared to not go to court, to not go to their to defend themselves because other people might have more money or whatever it might be. Once again, I'm not saying that that's what's happening in the situation. I'm just putting it out there that I can understand where these people are coming from with how they feel and what they think is happening. There's a lot of hypotheticals in certain parts of these different videos that I think it's a bit too much. I do agree that the way you guys are treated, Shazam and Sin, was a bit much, but it's kind of understandable. I'm not saying it's correct, but it's understandable how other people might have taken it, where it's like, oh, we feel like you guys are just trying to help this guy out or whatever it might be. It really did look bad. I'm actually glad you guys, decided to take him out of the competition. It's the right thing to do, I believe. And I feel like, once again, this will probably be for the best until everything gets settled. I don't know if I'm missing anything else. I'm sure I probably am, because I don't like to write things down, because I want to keep it as genuine, as real as I can, just from the dome, from what I've had for the last few months, just kind of growing inside me. Once again, I tried, because I know Leo hasn't really said anything. Just me trying to be very neutral, trying to see things from all the different angles. I want to do one last thing, once again, just, I guess, an advice, or just kind of some light at the end of the tunnel, because I know right now this looks bad from all angles. People don't know what to do, how to feel. Do I support the beatbox community? Do I leave? Do I support this person? Do I not? Once again, I feel like everybody should just really, honestly, very first thing, I think everybody should just take a deep breath. Exhale. Yeah. Take a little break from all this drama, all this that's going on, that's been stirring up, spreading like wildfire. I feel like everybody should just chill. And I understand that there's probably people out there that don't like each other, and that's okay. You're allowed to like whoever you want, dislike whoever you want. That's you. But I feel like everybody should just chill out until, once again, I've said it like 20 times. I'll probably keep saying it. If I gotta make another video and say it again, I'll do it again. I just feel like everybody should just stay out of it. Let Tomas deal with the court situation. Leave Swiss Beatbox alone until they're allowed to speak upon all this situation that happened in GBB and whatever else. I feel like a lot of people that shouldn't even be involved in all this, that are speaking out, should just stop speaking out about it until we all have 100% of the proof, or all the 100% of all the information. Because if not, I feel like it's just going to be a continuous thing where people are going back at each other and blaming one another and calling people names and just calling people all types of stuff. And I don't know. I just really want to see the beatbox community just get past this, to be honest. I want to see, like, I would love it if all of you gathered together, like I said, in private, speak whatever you guys feel, let it all out, try to come into some sort of agreement or some sort of, I don't know. Just I would rather you all just deal with this stuff off the YouTube and just between or amongst each other. And I just definitely want to see this community grow bigger and stronger and better. A lot of this stuff could have been prevented. I could be saying a lot of stuff like, oh, if Tomas never went to the GBB, if he never made a wild card, that a lot of this could have been avoided. It is what it is. Oh, if Swiss Beatbox knew about this, why they let all this happen? It is what it is. It happened. We need to really come together and try to figure out new ways and better solutions for all these kinds of situations, to avoid these kinds of situations, and just be better and do better. And hopefully everyone can stop going at other people. And I'm speaking about people that are commenting on other people's stuff or saying mean and very, I want to say evil stuff, because I can't understand how people can say certain things about other people without thinking about how they might feel or how they might take it. Yeah, I really do love this community. I enjoy every bit of it. I would love to go to GBB. We would love to go to GBB someday and meet all you beautiful people, whether you're the beatboxers, whether you're the community. We would love to meet all of you, hang out with all of you, have a great time, and not have to worry about things going wrong or all this negativity that's happening all around. I hope I said everything I wanted to say. Once again, I hope nobody takes this offensively. I'm not trying to cause any drama. Literally, like I said, I just wanted to speak my thought. I've been holding this inside. It's been eating me alive for like the last couple months. And it just feels so much better right now to just let it all out and kind of just speak my mind. Like I said, please, if I said something mean or you guys took something offensive, or if you guys just want to talk to me, give me more information to understand, or just let me know. Just don't sue me, don't sue him, because he hasn't even said a word in this video. And yeah, hopefully we can definitely all see this light at the end of the tunnel and move from this and keep on making these awesome beatbox videos, these awesome reactions that all of us do. And hopefully someday we can all get back to being happy and feeling safe and comfortable and all that good stuff. And hopefully, like I said, I hope I said everything. If not, I'll just scream at myself off camera or at Leo. But yeah, I think that's how I'm gonna end it. I think that's a good way to end it. Not trying to have this depressing, sad, like boohoo kind of moment. I'm trying to be happy. I'm trying to be that light. I'm trying to, get you guys up and feeling better. So chop chop. Everybody, take a deep breath. Exhale. Relax. Take some days off. If y'all gotta take some days off, it's okay. Y'all tell us that all the time. And just get back to the beatboxing and let's get it all, going again. And then later on, we'll all see what happens. And we'll figure it out from there. Can we all agree on that? Can we do that? We good? Are we good? Can we do that? Yeah, no? Maybe? This man hasn't said a single word. My goodness. But hey, listen, beatbox community. Love you. Stay blessed. We're here for y'all. The boys.